46 today. We'll talk more weather in a bit. Right now, though, right back to Jenna.
Thank you so much, John. Right now, the MTA and Department of Transportation officials are on 14th Street to give an update on the Busway project. The announcement is expected to include performance numbers and enforcement on bus lane rules. Let's listen in.
Part of our improved select bus service, which we've launched here on 14th Street in July. I'm pleased to say select bus service has been a remarkable success for our customers who transverse 14th Street. We're actually saving people 38% of their travel time, and that's important. We're really getting our improvements in place to benefit our customers and to benefit transversing 14th Street, which we're encouraging everyone to do. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Craig Cipriano, SVP Buses, President of MTA Bus. Craig?
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie. You know, Ronnie has always been a big supporter of buses, and as she moves on to her next stage of life, she really has left us in a really fantastic, strong position for our 2.2 million bus customers. Together, along with our partners, NYPD, and here today, Eric Beaton at New York City Department of Transportation, we've done a lot of exciting things, and there's a lot more work ahead. Currently, we have 130 miles of bus lanes throughout the city, and we plan to put many more miles in the years to come. 700 transit signal priority intersections throughout the city, with thousands more to come. By the end of next year, all our buses will be outfitted with our Omni all-door payment system, giving us the ability to reduce dwell times as we move to all-door boarding ahead. And what's really, really exciting is the proposed capital plan. $51.5 billion coming to the MTA, $40 billion of which is coming directly to New York City Transit, enabling us to purchase 2,400 brand new buses, of which 500 will be all electric. So the future is really exciting for our bus customers, and we're really excited about that. We know bus priority in New York City is a key piece to bringing our bus customers back to the system. And right here on 14th Street, you'll see that it really is a model in effect, right? We've seen here since the busway went into effect, reduced travel times, better bus speeds. Consequently, we've asked our customers, and 80% of our customers here on 14th Street are satisfied or more satisfied than last year with the bus service. And what does that mean? We see on a weekday 20% more customers coming to the M14 than we did last year. 28% more customers on a Saturday, and 20% more customers on a Sunday. It proves that if we give our buses priority, we can move our buses along and people will come back to the bus system. We're really excited about that. So looking ahead, we know that we need to enforce our bus lanes as we put more and more bus lanes into the city. And we're working hard with NYPD, and they're working hard. This year, they've issued over 300,000 bus lane, bus stop, bus parking violations. And we're really excited about that. We work hand in hand with them each and every day to clear those bus lanes, but we know it's a very labor-intense model. If you look here on 14th Street, they currently deploy 16 traffic enforcement agents each and every day to keep the bus lane clear. Looking ahead, we're going to partner on our new automated bus lane enforcement program. It's a joint effort between the MTA, us, and DOT. So what does that mean for the MTA? Starting tomorrow, we'll be issuing warnings for any vehicle that's blocking the busway. So how that works is that one bus will be taking a short picture of a vehicle stopped in the bus lane. The second vehicle will take another picture of that same vehicle in the same position. If those two vehicles match, then we'll be issuing violations. So there'll be a warning period of 60 days, after which we'll be issuing violations, monetary violations. It's on a graduating fine structure. The first violation will be $50. Each consecutive violation goes up by $50, up to the fifth violation, which is $250 in any 12-month period. So we're really excited about this program. Looking ahead, the capital program provides $85 million for us to enforce our bus lanes across the system, and we're really excited about this moving ahead. So with that said, I will hand it off to my partner right here, Eric Beaton from New York City DOT. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig, and thank you, Ronnie, for all the great things you've done for the city. We've really appreciated working with you over the years and wish you the best in what comes next. But as Craig said, we're so happy to be here today and really pleased to be seeing such great results on 14th Street. faster buses and more people riding them is exactly what we want to see, and what the Mayor de Blasio really put forward as part of his Better Buses vision for the city. And we're so pleased to have great partners in MTA New York City Transit and MTA Bus who have been able to pull off such great things. I do want to take a moment, as Craig did, to thank the police department, who have really done incredible work in helping make this project a success. Being out here every day, both keeping 14th Street moving, but also working on other nearby streets as well, as we've looked at how traffic has changed in the neighborhood. And the success we've seen is also a credit to them. But we know that NYPD can't be everywhere. On top of the fixed cameras already along the route, cameras on the buses themselves will help us further keep bus lanes clear, allowing the tens of thousands of commuters a day to keep moving along 14th Street. We all know that one double-parked car can block a bus full of people, and the on-bus cameras will consistently catch that behavior. We do want to emphasize that the warning period and violation dates for the on-bus cameras differ from the fixed cameras. These fixed cameras we've had in place issuing warnings since the first day of the busway. And so they've been issuing warnings to date, and starting December 2nd, we'll start issuing actual violations to drivers. So we want to be clear to anyone driving on the street, even if you don't see a police officer or you don't see a blue bus, you need to turn right at the next available opportunity, and you can't stop and block the bus lanes. I want to thank what's been an incredible team at New York City DOT that has not only planned and implemented the project, but has been out with the community, looking at data, looking at how this is going. They've worked unbelievably tirelessly, and it shows in the results we're seeing here today. And then I finally just want to thank again the MTA for their great partnership and joint commitment to really keeping buses moving, shortening commute times, and increasing ridership. We know that this city would not keep moving without them, and we appreciate the energy and creativity that Craig and his team and others at the MTA have brought to working together and making our buses work better. Thank you.
Your questions? Riderships up, travel times are down. Is there a plan to increase service on these routes?
So, as far as the current capacity on the M14, we're currently able to handle the increased ridership that we're seeing. What we're seeing currently is about 32,000 weekday customers, and across all our trips, we're able to handle that. In the future, as these buses continue to speed up, we can add more trips back, even using the existing equipment and existing number of bus operators we use today. But for sure, if ridership got to a point where we needed to increase service, then we would react to that.
You already have your buses stopped to keep schedule. Buses are running ahead of schedule. Are you doing anything in the next job fix?
So no buses are stopping to keep the schedule at this point. Actually, in the last pick, we actually took out some running time in anticipation of what's happening here between the SBS and the busway. But as we continue to look at the data and refine it, we will refine schedules moving ahead.
To be clear, you're open to increasing service on this as it goes.
Absolutely. On any route where service is needed based upon customer demand, we will look to increase service there. Absolutely. Sure. So our onboard bus cameras are designed to capture the busway or bus lane blockers. In other words, any vehicle that's stopped in the bus lane gets captured by one bus. A short video and a short picture is taken, and then any consecutive bus that sees that same vehicle using license plate recognition software at the same location captures that same short snippet of picture and video. It gets matched up on the back end, and then warnings and or violations are issued. I can let Eric talk about the fixed point cameras if you'd like.
Okay. But no, I understand that those violations will go into effect December 2nd. Right now, people are getting warnings from those cameras.
Yes, that's correct.
And you just need to take one picture of a license.
Well, what we actually do is we take a video of a car that did not turn right at an intersection. And the reason the video is important is if say, a police officer is directing a vehicle to go through, or there's a fire truck and a vehicle needs to get out of the way, we want to make sure that the vehicle is really intending to violate the bus lane.
In terms of this
So the commitment from the city and the commitment from the police department is to continue staffing with personnel on the street as long as is needed. I think what you saw, anyone who was out here the first day, you saw several police officers or agents at every corner. I think that has been reduced somewhat, but there are still absolutely agents who are out, both helping direct traffic and issuing violations to people not being correct in the bus lane. There are also agents on side streets trying to make sure that traffic does keep moving in the neighborhood as well. So there's not a specific date, but we're working with NYPD, monitoring what's going on, and making adjustments as needed.
What about the community? What about this is only a president? We have a question. The community is here. Please represent us, press.
So we work very closely with NYPD. I did see the pictures that you referenced, and we reached out immediately as soon as those pictures came up, and we were ensured that PD is on the case. Actually, our data shows consistently, since the busway's been in effect, that travel times continues to see improvement as well as speeds. So we're not seeing any kind of degradation at all. And we're going to continue to work closely with NYPD during the enforcement of the automated enforcement of the busway, and to see when and if there is a point at which we would pull back at all. But we would work closely with NYPD. No concern at this point.
How many police officers in total on 14th Street then? On any given day?
What I'm told is 16 traffic enforcement agents on a given day. Throughout the day.
One of the things that we're looking at carefully in this pilot is what the effect is on the neighborhood streets as well. And we're going to be collecting quite a lot of data and releasing it in the next few weeks about both what's happening with traffic volumes and traffic speeds. Some of you may have seen there was some independent company that released some data that said that traffic speeds have been about the same, which matches what we've anecdotally seen. Which is not to say that traffic is fast, but we think it has not changed substantially from what it was before.
Anybody else?
We've been watching the MTA and Department of Transportation give an update on the 14th Street Busway project. Now, the busway was launched last month while repairs continue on the L Train's Canarsie Tunnel. The update comes after Mayor de Blasio signed the New York City Streets Master Plan that gives priority to bikes and buses. Now, officials at the news conference say since the busway launched, they're noticing reduced travel time, faster buses, and more people riding them. They released statistics saying on weekdays, 20% more customers are coming to M14 buses compared to last year. They also spoke about enforcement, and they'll be working with the NYPD. They plan to use cameras on buses on top of fixed cameras to enforce rules and issue warnings for any vehicles blocking busways. They say you'll get a 60-day warning period and then monetary violations on graduating fines. For example, $50 for the first fine, plus $50 for each additional violation. We'll continue to give you the latest updates on the busway project here on CBSN New York and CBSNewYork.com. Right now, we're taking a quick break. We'll be right back here on CBSN New York.